Who we got in here? 3 people so far. Wait for a couple minutes. 13. Wow, look at that. We got D-Man Fitty, another wrench. Good to have D-Man, Ghost Lachlan, and Sigma Roden in the house. Good to have everybody. Tech and Godjet. Great name there. Good to have you guys. Sifu, our grand sage from Idaho, is in the chat. Good to have everybody. JR. See JR. Harshit Sandir from India. Well, listen to this. Here is something that everybody needs to know if you don't understand it yet. She doesn't need a man. She's got her phone. That should be the number one reason people wake up to the red pill, right? Ghost Lackland. Okay, sounds good, brother. I'll do that after. Mask going guy watching from Memphis. I've been to Memphis Sun Studios. Went out to had some good barbecue out there. Went to the Martin Luther King Hotel with that gal that's still sitting in front. Memphis, dope. Mask gaining guy. Polo 25. Red pill is light. Blue pill is darkness. Good to see you, brother, again. Polo 25. Love from Britain. Good to have our brothers from across the pond that see this as well. Top floor is back. Good to have you from Chicago. Chicago with the C. Tech and Godjets. King time no see rat. Long time no see. Gotcha. Lisa Smith is back from Kansas City. Good to see you. It's hot here as well. It's going to be a hot one tomorrow. Timmy Kramer, our forever bachelor. I heard this was a good group of guys, all ass kickers. Hell yeah. Now we got Timmy in here. Sifu says, if her attention is on her phone, it is not on you. Jeez, is that not the biggest truth bomb right there? I'm going to read something in a second. She doesn't need a man. She has her phone. I don't need no man. I got a phone. Yeah. Back from Denmark, Fleming Lorson. Good to have you, brother. Now listen what it says. In a survey of 4,000 women live in Australia carried out by a British firm to know their most treasured possessions, 4 in every 10 women said they would be lost without their mobile phones, but would happily go without a man in their life. Let me read that again. 4 out of 10 women said they would be lost without their phones and would happily go without a man in their life to have the phone. Majority of the women surveyed considered their mothers to be their most prized possession, followed closely by their photographs and their mobile phone. Where is the man in that? Delusion for 300, Trebek. Besides mother and mobile, women treasure their friends more than their boyfriends. That's to be, that's not surprising. Other items which made it to the list before the man were diamond rings, pets, laptops, and hair straighteners. Hair straighteners for 300 Trebek. As part of the survey, when the women were asked whether they would dump their boyfriends for money, a large chunk said they would consider doing so if it offered more than $1 million in cash. There you go, guys. From a survey of Australian women, which we would call those Western women, by a British firm. Women who twerk have demons in the bootay, says JR. Well said, brother. Swallow the red pill, guys, and remember, I only offer the truth. The truth is hard to accept sometimes. We have to accept the truth to move forward. Right? David Castro's back. Good to see you, brother. All is good. T-Tox, our brother. A phone ain't gonna keep you warm at night, sugar pie. You can't, yeah, right? What's in the phone? Let's talk about what's in the phone. A phone exists multiple realities for them. Multiple delusion for them, multiple insanity for them. But insanity is now the new sanity, right? It's the new normal. Get rid of welfare and watch that survey take a 180. Go Slackland. Well said, brother. Enlightenment through the red pill can't go back to the plantation ever. Now, it's like singing Christmas carols and trying to believe in Santa Claus again. You just can't do it. Young Peasy's in the house. Good to see you, brother. I dropped Facebook from my phone 4 months ago and do not miss it. Well, good for you, Sifu. Women have a meltdown when they lose Wi-Fi. Yeah, if the electrical grids go down and there's no access to their likes on their photos and their Instagram, it's mental delusion for 300. Mysterio from Winnipeg, I don't get wedding ring. I don't get why wedding rings are supposed to be 3 months worth of salary, which at base level is $9,000. I don't get it. What if you made $6,000 a month? $18,000 for a stupid friggin' rock? No, thank you. Good to have Mysterio. Are all women gold diggers? 98% are. 98% are constantly looking for the bigger, better option. You are not that person. Let me say that again. You are not the bigger, better option. There will always be somebody bigger than you. A phone is another form of entertainment. It's an escape. The phone is the boyfriend. Let's be real. They have more relationships inside that 3 by 5 inch metal casing than you could ever be to them. So guys are like, I got this great girl. Good for you. Well, guess what? She's got a phone. And in that phone exists so many options. The moment you F up, she is off to the next freaking orbiter. Redneck Red Pill, what's up? Good to have you from Virginia. Mount Trashmore, Virginia. Part of Virginia. I like Virginia. It's a good state. Ronald McDonald, I'm glad I dodged getting married at 19. Good for you. Don't marry. If you took all of the emotion, the love out of marriage and realized what it is, it's a contract between you and the state, and that you are literally the underdog always as the man, nobody would get married. Are you kidding me? The courts are used to enforce what women want, which is more. YYJ, that phone was always the problem. Phone, and people ask me what was dating like in the 90s, 80s, much different. There was no phone. You couldn't hide anything for the most part. Phone is their matrix, says D-Man. Absolutely. In other words, Rad, she's not yours. It's just your turn. Yes. And if people really understood that, they would realize that they can't compete. They can't compete. You're not special, guys. We're not special. There's always a bigger, better option. Here in America, even the 1% of good women are turning feminist because of the phone. Well said, David. Polska Bob's back. Good to see Polska. You're near Culpeper, Virginia. There you go. Virginia, one of the original 13 colonies. Bill Burr stand up, says St. Fox, about Coco Chanel, female nature. We were just talking about Bill Burr last night. The phone is the real agent. That is the boyfriend. Remember what Morpheus said, take the blue pill and you wake up in La La Land. Take the red pill and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Correct. My buddy broke his parole and wound up back in jail this week for texting his baby mama. His cell phone led him to disaster. And that, unfortunately, guys just don't get it, Timmy. Their phone is their life essence. Without a lot of women would self-delete. I would agree, JR. Why do you think chick call it quit after 30 years with a man when they hit their 50s? It's not like they're sought after. No. I always wonder, why does a woman at age 50, she divorces her husband and she's going to get back in the dating market? I mean, she's going to get 75-year-old guys that go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and they're simps and that go to their grandkids' games all weekend. Delusion for 300, Trebek. Phones are the hotline to feminism, says PH. Could have PH here. I'd agree with that statement. I guess on vibrate mode, it could serve a secondary purpose for all you ladies. Well, there is probably a good, and then the funny is these toys that these gals use, they can't even, if they use them for so long, they can't even get with a man because they're so used to the toy. AZ says, how are you, Rad? Peace, quiet, and freedom to you and your sons. Thanks, brother. And to you as well. Do femmes think that God is a feminine entity? Probably. The future is female is what they think, Mysterio. My friend said it years ago and is ever more true today. Nothing, and I mean nothing will match what the phone and social media will offer in terms of love and attention. It's basically a woman's sex doll if you think about it. The phone. I hope you know you're saving a lot of men's life by your wisdom, brother, says Ronald. Well, I think we're all helping each other. This is why we do it. Keep these guys out of court, out of disharmony by understanding the true what female nature and male nature is all about. I hate to admit it, but Virginia is cucked. The passing of red flag gun laws, then post-birth abort prove this without. It's definitely taken a turn, that's for sure, Ghost. Kinshiro, I'm new to this channel. I appreciate all the advice you give. Good to have Kinshiro. Where are you from? That sounds like a Japanese name, but I could be wrong. Gray divorce is at the all-time high, says D-Man. Guys, if you're going through a divorce in your 50s and 60s, I'd say skedaddle, get out to Mexico and live your life there and never deal with the courts. Just take all your money. Spike's in the house. Good to have Spike. All a woman needs is her options, and the men willing to offer her via the phone the external validation they need. And that's another thing. A validation is their drug of choice. That's all they're seeking. 98% of women seek validation. Femmes think God is a simp. Michael Fulton. That is funny. I would agree. They don't like men, but they're hypocrites. Patriot 1, women don't like 95% of men anyway. Blue pill lies that women aren't superficial. I would agree. Riggs Jr., she doesn't need a man. She's got her phone, guys. The phone gives her attention, validation, orbiters, multiple realities of delusion that she can escape to. All a man needs is a library and a garden, freedom, truth, and serenity are mine with no except chromosomes in the way. That is a man going his own way, says Sifu. It's easier for men to hold women at bay if the men were divorced than men who have a harder time dating. Well said, Mysterio. Remember adding her any on social media and you already competing against thousands of other dudes trying to win her. And that's what I tell my boys. Says Sao Seep, is that it? Good to have you. Where are you from? I tell my boys that. Why does that girl, why is she always on her phone? Why is she always posting pictures of herself? You ask these type of questions to the young guys. See what they say. Kenshiro, I gave her everything. She did no effort, and the mistake I made is kept giving her more. I broke up with her. Eventually, next 3 weeks, she got back to her cheating ex. I think we've all been in that path, Kenshiro, but we learn from it, right? You'll never do that again. Channel 1800, women don't like men, pretty much. They don't. It's a Japanese name, yes, and I'm from Canada. Good to have you. We got some Canadians in our chat. Salute the Queen. I'm hungry, thinking Maxwell Street Polish dog. Is it Polska? That sounds delicious. Shout out to the brothers from Channel JR. Women out of the womb are taught to hate men nowadays. Ain't that the truth? Hanging with all you keeps my head square on my shoulders. T-Talks. I think that's why I do this. It definitely continues to reinforce what we know as brothers. That this is real, guys. Female nature is real. We just learn to we understand it. We navigate life accordingly. I divorced my wife in 17. I was 46. Happiest choice I made in my life. Oh, we're just a year apart. Good for you, brother. I'm gonna get someone to pull my dang tooth in a couple hours, or I'll do it myself. Drink a bunch of whiskey if you're gonna pull it yourself. Channel 1800 is a woman. Transformers. Really? Okay. Riggs, I believe you. Chicago. We got some Chicago folks in here. Unless you are trying to sell a sofa or a coffee table, there's no reason for men to be on social media. Absolutely. Social media is it's a waste of time. Again, it's an external validation. And now some people have it because they're like my family they don't really communicate through email, but I'm not on social media. I have to call them. I've got to use the old rotary phone on my cell phone. Well said, Michael. Imagine you coming from a hospital only to overhear your wife talking to her friend over the phone. Damn, he made it. I was arranging his insurance money. BD Saab. Dang. That is unfortunate. I think old school MGTOW, they are not taught. Eve did not like Adam. Adam loved Eve. Eve loved the bad one. Well, Lilith was his first wife, if you believe in the Jewish folklore, and she did not submit. All right, what do we got here? My brother is facing divorce. I'm trying to guide him through it. Yeah, it's tough. I know a couple guys going through divorce right now. Pulled my wisdom tooth about 5 weeks ago, says Polska. Lawyers targeting women for easy divorce with phone pop-ups based on her age. Gentlemen, you are one click away from her nuclear option. Ain't that the truth? One click away. Listen to PH. All the female names in her phone contacts are actually men. Try picking up your girl's phone to call Domino's, and a dude answers saying, "What's up, beautiful?" Daniel H. in the house. Good to have you. Well said, brother. Eve loved the serpent, the fallen one. Yeah, look at, yeah. The Bible teaches people, can teach red pill truths, definitely. I was there the entire time on Chaos. Gotcha, Riggs. Rad, even though you don't recommend divorce, I think the earliest anyone should even be legally married is 27. All men and women need 10 years with each other to make it long term. I agree. We got Lilith. Yeah, Lilith. And then they had that Lilith, that woman's music festival called Lilith Fair. Just a bunch of feminist, angry, men-hating women, or women-hating men. Wackos. 30 years old, never married, no kids, and I'm sure I'm glad I found the red pill life before I decided to get married. Oh, you, my friend, hit the jackpot. Right there. Although, I'm glad that I went through marriage and divorce, so I wouldn't be here talking and meeting other like-minded folks. So I had to go through that shit show. Hydrogen peroxide is where it's at, right? Why do you think a man would put up with a woman he lives with having her own room when they live together? Correct. I like to sleep on my own bed. It's a shame, gents, with all love for God, that for some strange reason he gave us something that is incapable of loving us. Well, I think in the beginning, I don't think man and women were meant to be in love. I think they were meant to procreate. And I think love came later down the road based on clever marketing. I could be wrong. The moment she starts having passwords on phone and doesn't let you know, it's time to make some hard decisions. Well, says Betty, or Beatty. Riggs, chaos cannot drive. Saunders must help him. Are you talking Father Saunders? As a forever bachelor, I'm enjoying my life, heading back to San Diego tomorrow for my 4th week beachside this summer. Freedom. Timmy Kramer, the ultimate bachelor, doing his thing. Women's soul was created down below. Ooh, I like that. Ken Shirley, you never give these folks everything. You wish them the best after a few throws and then tell them politely in foreign lands to go kick rocks. But you just basically, and then send them a text that says, that was great, baby. Batman was on purpose when he told Vicky Vale that he had to go to work. Superman was not on purpose when he gave up his powers for Lois Lane. Could that be red pill truth as well? Absolutely. Mysterio. That's a very good point. I never thought of that. Well, there's a lot of things out there. Did Ike authorize this dream, Rebel? 200 years ago, love was not a factor in marriage. It was the acquisition of property and the laws for survival. It was about to extend. People got married to pool their resources and basically extend their life, right? Dazed and confused for so long. Jimmy Page. Robert Plant. All my truck needs is gasoline, oil, brakes, pads, and tires. Try that with a female. And you just replace them when it's wear and tear, right? Agreed. 1800 chaos drives like an Asian woman, definitely needs Flanders. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but that's funny. All movies want to share is propaganda on how men should simp for them. Yeah. Go back to the old movies, Rocky and Rambo and Point Break. And my ex-wife used to search my pockets and accuse me of cheating if I was more than 10 minutes late. Jeez. St. Fox says, Genesis 2:18, having made the man sometime before the woman, he said, it is not good for man to be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him. A helper. He didn't say a loving companion. He said a helper. I don't think phone changed women's minds. It just revealed it. Ooh, that's solid advice right there. I think it revealed their insanity, the delusion, the lack of accountability, the thirst for attention and validation. Tom Floor says, can we get a daily double? Love to. I just watched Point Break, channel 1800, Thursday night with my son. He loved it. Remember that scene where Keanu Reeves jumps out of the plane without a parachute at the end? Vaya con Dios, dude. Women used to try to convince men to marry them with the argument, two can live as cheaply as one. Can you imagine any woman saying that today? Correct. We got Matt Downer in the house. Good to see Matt. The love playing that projection of them being users. Do women use men? 1800 works for a church and maybe he's trusting Jesus to take the wheel like the country song says. Take the wheel. I think is that, yeah. International online chess, but what she doesn't realize is that the phone is the man. It's her boyfriend. It is her boyfriend. Well said, brother, international online chess. How do your female politician do in Utah over the men? We have majority are men. I don't really know any of the female politicians. Hey, you standing on the aisles in the itchy feet and fading smiles. Pink Floyd. Roger Waters. Paddle to my country. When I'm 80 years old and my body's shutting down, I'm going to get in a canoe and paddle to Hawaii. If I win, if I make it, I win. If I don't, I still win. I'll stick to being a gray fish psychopath going his own way. There you go. We got here, Uashu. I can't pronounce the last name. Facts, brother. Good to have you. New guy. Love from India. Okay. Point. What's the Point Break? I didn't see the remake, Polska. I'll just say UN. Love from India. Got a lot of good Indian guys here. We look after him. We'll have his birthday in a couple of weeks. You guys must be talking about something. As a single man, I live on $1,100 a month. And you probably are, you got the peace, quiet, and freedom, right, T-Tox? Incubus, take the wheel and drive. Never let her manipulative email messages trespass your email account. Well said, Matt. I hear banjos in the boat. Carrie Underwood saying, Jesus, take the wheel. I think I heard that song. I'd like to make out with her. You're saving million lives, man. Thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate the comment. I'm on my third port before I get this tooth pulled. Of course you are. No waffling. Why do they hate guys who are stable but not attractive, but when they get older, they settle? Because they realize the game is up, Emmanuel. They realize it's the end for them. I finally went to a barber and I feel like myself again, Matt Downer. A man's place, the barber shop. My friend's fiance to me has gotten away with still being legally married to her ex with my buddy paying utilities for her and their bio kids next year. Jeez. Wacko. Whirlwind MGTOW. What females have in their phones? Unlimited male attention, number 1. Number 2, celebrity gossip for brainwashing. Number 3, bank account which receives monthly child support. And a social media with women that are divorcing their husbands, and it becomes a hive-minded way of living. Is sex overrated? Yes. Peace and freedom, I am cheap to keep. There you go. There you go, T-Tox. Living the dream. Hope you're doing well with your surgery, brother. When they hit that wall, they'll always look for the nearest safety net. Correct. If I can get somebody to giggle at something, I did. I say it's been a good day. I say it's a good day if I didn't have to use my AK. Carrie Underwood is a woke lefty still down for me. They're all woke, aren't they, Lisa? Yeah, I still make out with her. The ex-wife is still trying to manipulate and gaslight me over our adult son, but I refuse to. Wait, if you're not legally attached to her, she can go kick rocks. All she wants is your attention at Seafood. That's it. I woke up today and plugged in Rad's Crimson Capsule content. First thing I wanted to do. Thanks, brother. Mysterio has been one of the long-time listeners, as well as Matt Downer and all you guys. Technology has made transparent the BS women abide by in their everyday lives. The phone, just as the internet, are collecting data on how unscrupulous many of them are. Well, that's well said. Well written. Completely agree with that statement, AZ. Rad, long time no here, says Jay. It's been a while, but life is getting better. Just your fave British lad enjoying the American dream in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hey, go out to the superstitious mountains, man. Those are crazy mountains out there. Read about them. The male patriarchy myth in 2022 is the greatest trick of feminism to propagate and wear as camouflage. PH, you guys are bringing out some truth nuggets. Love that. What's up to you, 7-Step Survival? Good to have you, brother. Mr. Hemi is back. Good to see Mr. Hemi. Another wrench in mine. I love women, but I will never trust them, says Daniel H. I'm 53. I've seen how they are. The stigma of men being pigs is pure projection. If we men are pigs, then who's the one slinging the shot? Ain't that the truth, Daniel? How can alimony be... Channel says I read so fast. I've gotten used to it, brother. How can alimony be instated for life? I guess in California, if it's over 10 years. Polska says, got a music recommendation. Check out Jap drummer Juna covering Dragon Froze Through Fire and Flames. Powerhouse 25-year-old hands down top. I'll check it out. Polska's always got some good recommendations. It's sad right now as we speak, we have documented proof of how untrustworthy these folks. Well, you know what it is? It's female nature. And we understand it. 98% of them you don't deal with. You navigate life accordingly. Slam Cave's back. Good to see you, Slam. But the thing is, they really hate guys that don't make the attractiveness cut. Why do they still expect us to be there until the end? What signs do I look for when they want to marry? Well, that is one thing we have to deal with. That is just their nature. I know her Polska, very sharp. Asian kid you post, she as sharp as anything. Intellectual Quasar, the birth control pill smashed any trace of patriarchy that exists. Correct. Good to have you, brother. Where are you from? Been with you for over 2 years. You're my favorite. I love your content and live views. Thanks, brother. Stereo up in Winnipeg. Superstitious Mountains. Check it out, man. That's crazy out there. There's some crazy stuff that's happened. Guys, check out Superstitious Mountains. There's weird stuff. No trust from us, no respect from them. Couldn't agree more, Sifu. Smash the like button. Engage helps the broadcast. I really don't care. You guys do what you need to do. A man can only imagine the power the phone holds in the modern female's hands. They call them handheld attention, 304ing devices for a reason. Well said, 7-Step Survival. Where's 7-Step from? Tell me what city and state or country you're from. There's a Death Valley in AZ. Call it spooky. I call it peaceful living. I want to check out. The Superstitious Mountains. There's something weird about it. Check it out. Alex Sundance. I hit the trifecta on the hot crazy matrix with my ex-wife, stripper, hairdresser, and a woman named Tiffany. Oh, brother, I bet you got stories. At least she's your ex. That woman cannot pair bond. Minor up, says Matt. Mysterious says, Rad, you did a show on side hustles. How about being a minimalist for life? That's the thing. There's a lot of guys that want to make a ton of money. I agree that you just get out of debt, have money, but time is the most valuable asset in life and health. So enjoy life, right? Chris BK, they still will secretly long for the alpha ghost. Absolutely, Chris. Smash the like button like Pop would a 3-bill chick with lasagna. Oh, man. That must have been for Alex a total roller. I bet it was good. Was it good and bad? I bet it was. TFM's landmark upload in about 2015 relieved many people in the man place from delusion and lies we had grown up about women thinking. I don't believe women are capable of loving in the way that men are. It's as simple as that. All marriage licenses should be challenged and dissolved as mis-selling. Any other contract requires informed consent. I wonder if anyone's brought that to the court's attention. That would be interesting, PH. My last date, the girl asked me to take a picture of her for Instagram. I said no. She flipped out and left. Good for you, JB Momini. Good for you, brother. Kick her to the curb. FJT, our Giga Chad, is in the chat. Guys, if you have any looks maxing questions, gym maxing, ask our resident FJT. He's an alpha. He's a Chad and Tyrone, all in one. Good to have you, FJT. Cleveland, Ohio. I've been there. Are you a LeBron James fan? I like his basketball playing, but he is an idiot and should shut his fucking mouth up. I'll be at the beach planking and meditating, says Matt. I love Missing 411 with David Pilates. I watch all that shit. Good for you, brother. I checked out Skinwalker Ranch too. That's crazy. That's down in Utah. What's worse is once they get the guys they ignored, we get treated a lot worse and abused because we were not their first choice. Guys, we're never the first choice of anyone. That's the funny thing. That is a red pill truth right there. You are not the first choice. Good women don't exist anymore. That is sad. Not fair, says Emmanuel. Minimalism is awesome. Time and health are number one. Correct. Oh, Mundo. That is how we are having impact. Minimalist living. I love minimalism, guys. It's where it's at. St. Fox says, years ago I looked up women do not love men on here. Your video introduced my broken heart to red pill. They don't love men. They love differently. They love what men provide. They do not love you for you. What age is the game up for women realistic? I think after 30. I would say after 30. I could be wrong. Our emperor is in the house. Oh, by the way, Chris Mitchell, those pizzas you made the other day, check out Chris Mitchell's channel, by the way. He made these amazing looking pizzas. You've got to tell us how to make the dough and all that crap. How do you do it? Like, I was watching it. I was fasting, unfortunately. But, man, I would have eaten that. He did a great job. In his kitchen, it looks like a goddamn pizza shop. Thanks to Jill Biden, tacos are turning me on now. Okay, what we got? And what's a AZ says? What's a synonym for hoe? Whoa. So, ho. We got the emperor in the house. Slam Cave says, Big Booty Gate with Alex Stein and AOC is example of I need attention. I saw that. It's Big Booty Latina. Big Booty AOC, you kill babies. Women go into marriage trying to change the man. Men go into marriage hoping they don't change. Well, here's the thing about women. When you get married, you've married 1,000 different women. Think about that. I just live here, don't watch basketball. I'm originally from Berlin, Germany, so my soccer club is Hertha. Well, welcome to Cleveland from Germany. Ich bin steif, du bist schlampa. I hope I said that right. The game is never over for them. Gear about 80 years old, Tinder granny. Yeah, that's delusion. Yeah, I would agree with that. But I think subconsciously they know the game's up around 30. Everybody get your OnlyFans material to Chris Mitchell to help support the coming empire. Channel 1800, rad of men go minimalist as we are. Minimalism it will kill all relationships. Because a minimalistic man does not spend stupidly, right? I'm telling you, that pizza he made was dope. Those two pizzas. Anyone, what is the synonym for women? Hypocrite. Let me have their phones and DMs and give me no commitment. 98% are not recommended. Chris must speak to you about ideas for our spare time. There's Chris's channel. Check out the pizzas he made. I'm telling you, and they look good. Like, they look better than anything you got at pizza shops. I mean, just the way you cut them, how they crunched, man. And I could eat one right now. Not one penny spent on women since October 16. Man, I'd love to see your bank account. Mysterio, I guess society gives women more power legally in marriage because they consider the more vulnerable sex. Yeah, if you think about the women has more power in the marriage than the man will ever have. Stay out of marriage. Emmanuel says, Diamond Jedi, let's see, but I've seen women who can still get laid at any age, depends on your, yeah, correct. But I think for them, landing a dude is over, unless he's a simp. So let's get this straight. In California, you get free money for being homeless and for being homo and for being an ex-wife. Man, when you lay it like that, man, that is the truth, right? AOC looks like Shrek. Man, I tell you, man, she's not ugly. Let's be real. She's ugly when she opens her mouth. Lots of coworkers, ex-schoolmates getting divorced. I guess I lucked out. Yes, you did, bro. You do. No, let me tell you guys something. You do not want to go through a divorce. Take it from Rad. Not only does it cost you financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, it's a shit show. You cannot compete with thousands of orbiters. Battle is already lost before you started. Well said. Focus somewhere else. Well said, BD. I'm going to think that's BD. OnlyFans content needs your content and support. OnlyFans account. Correct. It's another thing. Apparently, OnlyFans is becoming a shit show too. Minimalism will kill entire sectors of the economy. The ones where men chase women and buy luxury goods to show off anymore. Yeah. Guys, I have one watch. You don't need more than one watch. Maybe two. He did. Those pizzas were dope. If I could live in a garage with a twin bed, I just need a place to sleep and work on my passion, motorcycles. Well said, Riggs. On the side of the grass, to my delight, and the haters are upset. The haters. Unfortunately, women can still get pumped and dumped by who they want regardless. That's what I'm saying. They can get pumped and dumped, but as far as them having a lifelong commitment with someone that's into them, that's over. Just trying to help there, Mr. Emperor. If you have backaches, have you used Dr. Ho's TENS machine to stimulate? I don't, but I use Epsom salt in my sauna blanket. John Markel from Brooklyn, another Giga Chat. I didn't get a notification. Not much. We're talking that the that the phone is the boyfriend now. Riggs, do you follow Joker or Clary if you talk? I like Clary. I used to watch Better Bachelor a lot, but I like his stuff. I'll watch an episode of him every now and again. But I like Clary. Clary's got some good stuff. Did anyone see that pic of AOC with her nice front bags? I did. I don't think she's an ugly woman at all until she opens her mouth. A woman living with a man has more perks than the man does with her. It's not sex on tap for him after 2+ years. Sex on tap. No, man. Mine would always say, okay, just do a quickie. She wasn't, very rarely was she into it. After divorce, I went analog. Love it. Rad, why do I feel the sudden urge to fart in Riggs' direction? Is that wrong of me? Asking for a friend? No. You just want to upset the apple cart. How long are humans supposed to live for? I do not want to wear diapers. If I have to wear diapers, I'm done. Men want but don't need. Women need but don't want. Well said, Jerome Markel. This planet is such a cluster. It's the movie Idiocracy playing out for real. That was a great movie. It's clown world. Delusion is the new normal. Insanity is the new normal. A thumbs up while I'm taking a quick break and something to drink, says Arvero. It's friggin' hot out here. High 80s. Good to have you, brother. Definitely. Would you agree that the Philippines is the promised land for Western men that have been hurt by Western women? I'm not a fan of, they're cute women, but I just would not get involved in a relationship like that with them because you're going to deal with the family. But I think it's probably the last place that you could probably have a decent relationship, but it's going to come with a ton of landmines as well. I would adopt a hot Ukrainian refugee, but the Western hive mind would go to her. Wonder if it's possible to just cycle them for a year at a time. Probably. Watch 90 Day Fiancé. There's a lot of Ukrainian brides that come over from the U.S. To the U.S. and they end up Western. I wonder how far the marriage rate would need to fall before the state will change divorce and family court laws. Well, I don't think it's going to fall that much because it's a source of income. 1800, go away or I shall taunt you for a second time. AOC is an elected social media influencer, not a politician. Well said. Lisa, well said. Women still lust after pretty good-looking guys regardless of the age of the woman. They just don't want ugly guys regardless. I've seen hot chicks with ugly dudes. So I think the majority of women don't like ugly dudes. But there are women that will deal with ugly dudes. Check out AOC deepfakes. All right, Paul Scott. AOC ain't ugly. She ain't ugly at all. But man, until she opens her mouth. I think that Greg, Joker, and Clary all have great content. I think they all have great content. I have to watch, literally, there's so much content out there, even from guys in the chat that I like to watch, that I could spend all day doing it. Asleep at the will and will be broken on the family court will of justice. Well said, Sifu. There's a good deep fake. Billy Von Baum, I think, Polscon Pop's channel. Interesting. Her phone is her boyfriend. Don't swim where other weak males have drowned. Well said. Good advice from John Markel from Brooklyn. What's the point of marriage now when you have to beg for sex? Ain't that the truth, BD? Can men be fit for life over women? I think we just have to continue to take our red pills, right? Go Sure is in the house. T-Tox AOC makes me want to barf. Yeah, I can't stand her. When there's no money to be made in family court, things will change. Well said, says Chris. We'll have to get Billy on that channel. Billy Von Baum. I got yellow fever, but I know how they operate. They latch onto a guy with money, and you sure are responsible for financing the entire family into the Philippines. Right. That's some expensive. Yeah. You are definitely taking care of not only her, but her family, her cousins, you name it. I think we're hoping beyond hope. Dating, you have that hot fetish. Oh man, dating. Other than me is not taking care of yourself, mostly in the face. There's a lot of things guys can do. I mean, even if you're an ugly dude, go whiten your teeth. Grow a little facial hair. Trim your eyebrows. There are things that men can do. If you have ugly eyes and you wear glasses, get contacts or whatever. Or if you look better in glasses, wear glasses. There's certain things guys can do. Lose weight, maybe the chin will look better. But in the end, women don't really care about looks for the most part. And some people might disagree with me in the black pill community. Women care about what they can get from you. AZ says, state of marriage, all these gals want is Fulio to flip the bill for their ideal lifestyle. Best cell phone response to the females seeking validations. Thank you, but Poco kick rocks. That's funny. Rib Grunts in the house. Indy MGTOW's in the house. What's your fitness routine these days? Twice a week at the gym. I'm not lifting heavy weights anymore. Hiking, walking, and biking. And if I can skateboard every now and again. How do women lure men into marriage? What advice do you have for guys who lack experience? How do you avoid being used? I would just not do it. My advice to you, Emmanuel, do not get married. Do not live with a woman. Do not have kids. And do not have some goofball long-term relationship. Take it a day at a time. Dating is a waste of time when the other party is already dating her phone all the time. Absolutely. She got a phone. Guys, you're not dating her. You're just an accessory to her. Make sure those glasses aren't pink. At 53, asking that too, how much longer? But then again, nursing will be fun. I'll be giving the youngster caregivers hell. Benny Hill Classic. I like better Bachelor, Clary, KS. I prefer Rad, CJ, and Sandman. I like to watch Coach Greg Adam. He's just funny as hell. Flights to Oz. My sister married a guy from the Kiwi land of New Zealand. 2 more hitters in here. Grunt Cheers and Indy. Good to have everybody. Women love is based in need, not deed. Well said, PH. Lay that down in Chinatown. Mr. Sammy's back. Heads up, the IT guy of MGTOW TV opened up a YouTube channel. Go check it out before it goes down. The Muslim Copper. Ooh, I'll check that out. Check that out. Steven from Arizona, a friend of mine, is on his 4th Filipino wife, so they aren't forever princesses. Have another friend who just married a Ukrainian. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, again, they're trying to find unicorns, but it's still female nature, right? John from Modern Life Dating never takes off his sunglasses. Yeah, he's not a very attractive dude. And he got liposuction. That's weird. Sifu says, I refuse to be on Bumble or Timber. That keeps the carousel going. It's all a shit show on there anyways, right? I'm on a wheelchair and I never lifted weights till now. I never felt better and independent before. Vitamin D and weights are a way to go. Rest falls in line by itself. Good for you, brother. Indy is not country, Brad. Anyone who has a therapist, here's a question. Who do he or she go to for mental health? Wouldn't you want to know who's telling him if he's telling you who is? Yeah. Therapists are basically trying to fix themselves. I like foreign women delay, but I would rather invest in a doll, less BS, and more peace, quiet, and freedom. Whatever brings that peace, quiet, and freedom, I'm all for everybody. Matt Downer, to me, women have no common utility in my life's goals and ambitions. I'm glad you've gotten to the point where they do not control your life. That is very rare for most men today. Led Zeppelin, Rival Son, James Brown are my top 3 fave of all time. Good for you, brother. I dig Elvis. I've seen John take off his sunglasses. I'm not into that dude. He's PUA is just not, it's stupid. Dating apps don't work for LTRs. No, they don't. I'm getting close to being debt-free. Professional options haven't worked out. So I'll be dust in the wind once free. I'm handy with wrenches and carpenter tools. I can live anywhere. Good for you. Again, freedom. Just having a quiet female form around will help you avoid desperately seeking a meat-bad woman. I don't recommend mental health care for men. I don't either. Guys, the best mental health care you can do is get out in nature. And realize, and most mental health issues come from needing validation from others. Tinder is a joke, so reset your profile to reflect it. I'll take the grapist for 300 Trebek. Well said. It's same everywhere. Get off phone with a college friend who's in Australia and married an Indian woman. After 2 kids and getting a passport, she dumped him. He cried his heart out to me. Well, that's what happens. Every man I've dated, Ms. Getch, wanted to get married. How do I enjoy my life without hurting his feelings and keeping the relationship? I would set expectations up front. You're not interested in anything long-term, marriage or cohabitation. Lenny Kravitz, Def Leppard, and Slayer, South of Heaven. Lenny Kravitz. Since I have attained Ascended Master status, I'm pretty much no fap. Sex is rarely on my mind these days. Good for you, brother. Way to control your destiny. Looks is genetic, so with women, either a dice roll, whether you are good with women or not. Nothing else matters. Either you're not, or it's pretty much over. Genetics determines what the face can't change. Yeah. FJT, I agree with Rad. I know a lot of short, below average looking guys that can pull many women. I do, as 100% of men aren't going to have the same success. I agree. I think the number one issue, and people can agree, I think FJT agrees, it's confidence, right? Just sit the car talking about the problem, yell it to come to the realization to move on. Well said, Ghost. What else we got? You want a woman, but sacrifice freedom, peace of mind. Yeah, you're going to sacrifice a lot for a woman, and it's not in the right direction. Looks like Ricky Martin is living. Yeah, I heard about that dude, man. He is a whacked out dude, man. Another name for AOC, Scabby Ratchet. Deplorable. Where's my Japanese and Korean masseuses and happy endings? Who's peeping in my window says I have a job now where I work remote and can live anywhere. I want to live away from people, but not too far. Idaho, Montana, Alaska. That's what I would say. Sorry for the typing. My message sent while I was editing. All good, FJT. Don't worry, guys. It's not like she's doing anything on her device, despite it appearing as though she is changing the world with her thumbs. International chats. Well said, brother. Brad, you're getting some big boys in the stream. I'm glad we got some big boys. Everyone's experience matters. We don't charge money for this. You want to get married? Better take her off the grid with you and spend life in the woods without any satellites. Yeah, see how that goes. And date the mother. Maybe a reconnaissance trip is in order when I get cash to spend on flights. What do you think of Pantera getting back together without Dimebag? It won't be the same. We'll see. If she doesn't need a man, why does she get married or have a boyfriend? She don't love you or care. You're her safety net. Jerome Markel laying it down in Chinatown. How you feeling about the blue-haired warthogs going on sex stride over? I can't stand them. It's delusion for 300. I need to go for number 1. I want to read this so Rebel, I can hear your silvery voice. Like-mindedness uses that, my brothers. We need to form a chain and keep it strong. Correct. Women are blind. If a guy has money and status, for her, she's an opportunistic. I enjoy a fit, feminine, and friendly woman, but so hard to find these days with an ocean full of land wells. Ain't that the truth, Jimmy or Timmy? Absolutely. Venom Link, marrying a foreign woman to avoid the pitfalls of marriage is like drinking vodka to mask the symptoms of hypothermia. Truth, Venom Link, good to have you. Unfortunately, it depends on whether you've been treated on the dice roll, you've been blessed or not. Depends on how you're going to be treated in life. Getting married or getting into a long-term relationship, you are rolling the dice, and I guarantee it will not roll in your favor. What women really want from women is physical attention and her to be an asset to him. Yeah, good luck now, right? No marriage, no cohab, no flipping bills for these dating darling deplorables. A doll or pocket pussy are plausible alternatives. or even good old Angela Palmer. Just uploading some pizza porn for you, Brad. That was good shizzle. You got to do a video on how to do that. MGTOW Cowboy from Chicago. It's been a while. One weekend at my over-the-road trucking. My driver trainer is a butthead. Good luck, brother. Hope you're doing well. It's just about the validation and the attention. That's all they want. That's their drug of choice. The man is not the drug of choice. With all the land wells out there, the sea level should be riding high. Rising high. Poll's good. Did someone say vodka? No waffling. If she has any bright color on her hair, walk away. Yep. Walk away from those colors. Guys, I'm hardly on that Discord. Happy Saturday to you, Mile High Ronin, brother. Happy Saturday. I'm a guy in his 20s, and my friends keep telling me that's weird that I'm not chasing girls and sleeping with them. Eventually they'll understand, and you'll be the smartest. They'll understand your high intellect for not doing that. Got to go, brothers. Good to see you, brother. Go fix that car. Fernando, buenas tardes, amigo. The cell phone is the woman's black mirror. Yes, it is. Coach Greg Adams did a stream on witchcraft, and part of that was the black mirror. Don't worry about what people say. Worry about what you think of yourself and improve upon that. Ivan, Italian man, validation to a woman is way more important than orgasms. Absolutely. 100%. Why do you think Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and OnlyFans are so popular? It brings validation. It's sad because men genuinely love. Honestly, it's sad that no one taught us that women, well, it's just we're learning. We're understanding. We're navigating life accordingly. I'll keep doing my thing. Good for you. That's the selection of women we have to pick from. No virgin, no pure femininity for us when we reject that. Misogyny for 300 Trebek. Yep. Stephen from Arizona. All relationships are based on insecurity and lack of self-confidence. Once you find yourself purge your thirst, the idea of relationship is insane. Happiness comes from within. That's well said, Stephen from Arizona. Great words of wisdom. That's great philosophy. Based on insecurity. Couldn't agree more. Rad, are you a Ramones fan? Beat up the bat with a baseball bat. Pet Cemetery, Rock and Roll High School. Rock. Yeah, I love them. Love the Ramones. Fortunately, they're all dead. I think, except for the last one. Moms Night has caused more destruction than all but war. Yeah. Also, thoughts on TikToks. It's all stupidity. It's brainwashing people to do nothing. Good day, Rad. What are your thoughts on the new Top Gun Maverick from Blue Pill, Red Pill? Sam, I like the movie. I thought it was well done. I think that he was living, but he got with a single mom, right? Or actually, he went back to his ex-girlfriend. So that's Blue Pill. Rad, have you ever seen Norm Macdonald? Oh, I love Norm Macdonald. Go watch Dirty Work, that movie he did. That's funny as hell. Who didn't hit the likes? Cheers, my brothers. Peace out. All right, Rib. I bought a Honda for $200 with some little ignition problems. I love challenges. Good for you. You can probably flip that, right? Sell it for $1,000, $1,500. When you're not in her beta male orbit, you are a former slave of her matrix. When you're not in her beta male orbit, you are a former slave of her matrix. Well said. TikTok is a joke. I do like watching social justice cringe. These whacked out delusions, the emotionals I call them. Confidence isn't the end all be all, but in my opinion, confidence helps a lot. My buddy that's 5'4", poor eyes, glasses, pulls many women in 2022. He doesn't use dating apps, approaches in person. I agree, FJT. How dare you? Guys, I'm going to be out. I'm going to go enjoy Saturday. I'm going to hike tomorrow, the 11,900 foot second highest mountain in Utah. Wish me luck. 7.5 miles up, 7.5 miles down. Starting at 4:30. It's full of Sims who have no sense of critical thinking and short attention span. Well said. PH says, you marry her, you usually also marry her mother. Date the mom. Then you'll figure out what you're getting. I got to go cut mother's grass. All right, brother. And they brainwash the most, easily manipulate the female, tell her lies. She will buy, sell her a dream. She will cream. Well said, guys. All right, brothers, you guys go have a good time. Remember, you cannot compete with what's in her phone. Once you know that, you have now the keys to the kingdom to live an amazing life. Rebel against defeat, chase excellence, masculinity, men first. Thanks to all my wrenches. Thanks for everybody here participating. You guys rock and roll.